Good evening, world. Time to Mara. So I make one more video. I'm gonna do right. Usually when like all the there's nothing to watch on YouTube, I just make um, a video always. But you guys would enjoy this wise reaction, so I'm king about making these Sabbath videos for me. Keep saying that, right? Yeah. Alright, your book is sick, I know. Masterpiece, my book, man. Will this video be long, Ivan? No. I'll talk for maybe 40 minutes. That's good enough. Yeah. I made chicken nuggets, so good like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go get my chicken nuggets, right? Merry Christmas, all you guys. Hope you guys have a happy holidays. We're going into 2026, guys. I am turning 34 years old next year. I'm getting old. I'm in my mid-30s now. In 6 years, guys, I'll be 40. Crazy, huh? 40 years old in 6 years. Yeah, I'm gonna start growing the white hair. I'm already growing white hair on my hair, guys. I have like a little bit of white hair here on my hair, right? You know. Yeah. So Ivan, that's why Vijay is running away with you. Yeah, because Victoria Justice knows that her husband Ivan was not interested in having sex with all these women in Hollywood. They forced Ivan to do it, and they set everything up for Ivan to mess up too. Because now Ivan is a man whore like her, and he has a sexual urges. Before he didn't have any sexual urges. You made her pay. She knows it. That's why she's running with me once I pay the fee. Obviously, she takes her things and she runs away with me with Ivan right now. That's how you know she doesn't really care about those Hollywood guys and her friends, right? They're so-called friends and all. She cares. Yeah, I don't really care about these guys. I just want to be with you, obviously, because I'm BJ's wife, husband. Yeah, her baby, obviously. She doesn't really care about these guys, right? Yeah. And those friends that BJ has are not her real friends. They're fake friends. They're not her real friends, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the only one on BJ's side, obviously. There's no one else is on our side. No one wants BJ to be with me. Protects her alone. They don't want us to be together. BJ knows it. That's why BJ doesn't make shit for you guys on YouTube. The only thing you get is like her interviews with these YouTubers and news people, but you don't see VJ pumping out Instagram live videos like 1 hour videos for you guys. Or doesn't know you guys are working people. That's why she doesn't do that. She'll pump out Instagram live video maybe once every 1-2 years. She doesn't. I'm nicer than VJ, whereby I'm pumping out sabotage videos for you guys. But once I'm king after every channel, I don't make shit for you. Obviously, I'm not gonna have you guys do my time. I'm not gonna have you guys win the game. No way. I'm sorry. Well, you know, this Ivan. I'm gonna watch the show with you guys, and after that, I'm gonna watch The Chosen. I want to finish The Chosen first, and after that, I'm gonna finish The Last of Us, obviously season 2. I'm like episode 3, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna finish that season. I also got to catch up on Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I saw the first 3 seasons of that. Cobra Kai, I binged like all 5 seasons last year. I binged the shit out of that. That's an amazing show. I'm on season 6, the finale, obviously, right? No, Ivan, what's your favorite show of all time? Probably Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time. That's such an amazing show. Breaking Bad. As well as Prison Break, too. Prison Break is up there for me. That's an amazing show, too. Prison Break is amazing. Daredevil is also up there for me. Daredevil is by far the best Marvel show, right? It's the best Marvel. Daredevil is better than all these Disney Plus Marvel shows that came out. Daredevil is number one. I saw season 1 and 2. Amazing show. For me personally, right? Yeah. Have you ever thought of doing a sitcom, Ivan? Yes, I did, but like, even though a sitcom is glory, it's not the kind of glory of the big budget movie. Bijou told me, yeah, Ivan, being in a sitcom is cool, but I'd rather be in a big budget movie. Yeah, big budget movie is much cooler, obviously. That's why I'm not doing a sitcom, obviously, right now. Yeah. Because if the Gatekeepers delay this, Ivan, when you're 50, you could do a sitcom with VJ if you wanted. You can have Yvonne Jojen and John Mega and some of those guys be in your sitcom if you wanted. That's also another option I have. I can just do a sitcom, maybe a 10-season sitcom, 8-season sitcom, and after that, me and VJ do movies. We can do that if we want, but I'd rather be a movie star than do a sitcom. Sitcom is cool, but it's not the kind of glory like a movie. Movies, all the special effects, and it's much cooler. Yeah, I mean, big budget movies is much better than sitcom. I know VJ. That's why we're going to do big budget movies together. Yeah. God, man, your book is sick, man. No, my book's a massive, massive money, man. Sometimes I read and I can't believe I wrote this, man. I'm like, man, I can't believe man, I'm fucking gifted, man. How the fuck did I pull this off? This is a masterpiece, man. I now understand, yeah, it's my father. He's doing the magic for me. The only answer I can give you is my father, guys. My father gave me the genes, he's doing the magic for me, obviously. My father, who's me, my spirit is doing the magic through my writing, obviously. Right? Yeah. That's the only answer I can give you guys, right? God, your book's a masterpiece. I know it's a masterpiece, man. Race fans overwritten. Yeah. That's why looking at a masterpiece of a movie. Race will just remain, man. It's so good. Yeah. 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 Ivan, you're gonna have a nicer studio than Paramount, Warner Bros., Disney, Universal. Oh yeah. I showed you guys the pictures, right? Yeah, Gran Turismo. Yeah, my documentary. Yeah, I'm gonna have a beautiful studio like that. It's nicer than the Hollywood studio. That's nicer than that, man. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah, man. And me and VJ, we own it all, man. That's why VJ was shocked. Ivan, we own all this? I'm like, yeah, we own all this, sweetie. Holy shit, man. This is beautiful, Ivan. You have a beautiful office. Yeah, Ivan, VJ, here's your office, your executive office. He's like, oh my god, that's beautiful. I know. We own like a nice executive office, man. Fucking nice. Nice facilities, man. Yeah. Will you have the actors stay in hotels? Yes, I will. I have two choices. Either me, VJ, we just rent luxury hotels for the actors to stay in Vancouver, or I can build my own little hotel. You guys ever seen the movie Sin 2? When that guy had his own hotel suites? Yeah, you can do a thing where you can build your own hotel suites and the actors can just stay there in your property, or you just rent a hotel in Vancouver. I'll just rent a hotel in Vancouver. It's cheaper, obviously. Instead of spending, because it'll cost me another maybe $80 million to build another hotel room. It's a waste of money. Just have the actors stay in a luxury hotel suite in Vancouver. Have the team find a luxury hotel suite in Vancouver, and the actors stay there third year while they're training, obviously, in a hotel, obviously. And I can afford to have them stay in suites. 1,000, 1,500 night suites, right? I have a $3 million budget. It's unlimited, right? Yeah. Obviously. Like, you don't know how much money on your book? No. My guess is 15 to 25 billion around there, or perhaps 30, close to 30. Because if more people buy the print, I will make more money. Because the print is more expensive, I make more profit on that. But chances are most people are going to buy the ebook because it's cheap and people don't feel like waiting 2.5, 3 weeks for the book to come in the mail. They want to, I want to read it right away. I'll just pay $20 and read the ebook. The only people who buy the print are like the rich, some of the rich, and the book nerds. Book nerds like having their own print collection in their house or apartment. Most of the, I guarantee you, most of the fantasy Reddit fans and Lord of the Rings Reddit fans, those guys are gonna, the book nerds, all the people around who love reading books, they'll buy the print. Yeah, I want my own print edition of the book, obviously. The Xanus book as part of my collection. And the rich, the people who are rich around the world will pay the $80. Because if you make like a couple 100,000 to your millions, billions, every billions, like $80 is pocket change, obviously. Whereas the average person is a bit expensive. But they can still afford it, obviously. But it's just a bigger cut on their budget. They can just use their Visa, right? Yeah, I'll just pay with my Visa for the print. $80 is not a big deal to pay off, obviously. Yeah. Or if you don't want to pay the $80, pay your $20 and read the ebook on your laptop, right? If you don't want to pay the $80, guys, right? That's a good deal for you guys. Yeah. That way it's affordable, obviously, right? Yeah. He's like, oh my god, Ivan, you won the lottery, man. That's a lot of gold, Ivan, I know. I made like 17 million off my book, man. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Sarah? Yeah. What's the only thing you envy about VJ? The only thing I envy about VJ, Victoria Justice has money. Was I'm fucking poor. I collect like 600 a month from the government, and I make 400 a month working at Dinty. So I only make $1,000 a month, man. I'm making 12K a year, obviously. Whereas VJ has money. VJ has millions in her bank account, man. But even though she has millions in her bank account, she's a sellout, and the gatekeepers control her career and her money. She has no power or say over that because she's so out to them. And like she's rich, but she got duped and she's a sellout. Whereas I may be poor, but I did not get duped. I wrote my masterpiece after Xanus, and I have the keys. Those are billions for me. That's why VJ envies me. All Ivan has is freedom. His keys are not useless. He wrote that masterpiece. That's billions for him. He has the keys. He doesn't have to sell the gateways. I want him to get me out of Hollywood, of their Hollywood system, honestly. She got duped by the gatekeepers. Unfortunately, right? She's fucking stupid, man. Why, do you think their unique would be better than Xanus? No. I don't think it'll top Xanus, but I believe if I wrote the whole thing, it'd be a masterpiece too. As you guys read, right? It'd be a masterpiece too, obviously. But I'm putting it on hold. Chances are in the future when I am king, I probably am going to end up finishing the book. I have to say to my Hotmail, okay, VJ, I want to write this story, release the book, and I'll make the movie based off the novel. Or I just delete it and I just don't write the book and I just make the movie without writing the book, obviously. It will not be based off the novel. Yeah. But Xanus is a better book, obviously. You guys read their unique. Their unique's amazing, alright, but it's not. Yeah, Xanus is better than their unique, obviously. Right? It's fantasy. Come on, man. Epic fantasy. Yeah. Ivan, how come when the noble arrived to the wall and the servants woke Tactius up, Tactius is like, you have my thanks, noble, go now. Yeah, because the nobles don't like the Southerners. Tactius, of course, doesn't like the Southerners either. They don't respect those guys, right? Why? I mean, well, you have to read Volume 3 to understand. That's why I'm not showing Volume 3. Volume 3 answers all your questions about the Southerners too and everything. Volume 3, you're gonna get all the answers of why that world is the way it is. Why are the wolves devils? Why is the South cursed? Why do the Northerners like the Southerners? Why Eli and the Syrians and the Sakians have to pay tribute to the Northerns? You know what I'm saying? Answers all your questions, obviously. That's why I'm not showing one for you. I won't spoil story for you, man. And man. Some Sarah. Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and make a car for myself. Back in a sec. Just give everyone one up. I don't hate this on. Alrighty, guys, I'm going upstairs to make my coffee. So in a good 7 minutes, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee, right? My fresh coffee. Yeah. Me and VJ are gonna have a nice coffee area in our foyer room, and yeah, obviously, will you and VJ buy the coffee? Yeah, me and VJ will buy the coffee for the team and Peter or Mel. But Peter likes tea. So if I choose Peter, I'll ask Peter. Peter's a guy, and I like tea. Okay, what tea do you like? And then me and VJ can go to the store. We can purchase the tea for Peter and Fran if Fran drinks tea. Yeah, obviously. Because when I work on my book with Peter, I'll have my coffee with me to keep me awake, more energized. I drink my coffee. Peter has his tea, and we lock ourselves in my office and we work on the screenplay for 3 hours every day. Or Mel Gibson's Ronnie Walls. We grab our coffee and we work on the screenplay 3 hours every day in my me and VJ's office, obviously. I'm a nice computer and everything. Yeah, I'm a blah blah blah, man. Nice facilities. I see a lot. Fucking nice, man. That's why VJ's like, oh my god, I mean, man, we own all this? I'm like, yes, we own all this, man. We're just shocked. This is so beautiful, Ivan. This is my dream, Ivan. I'm saying thank you, baby, man. It's because of you. Yeah, it's because of me, VJ, you're living this life. That's why I choose where we live. It's fair, man. Without me, you'd be fucked. Seeing hell in the gatekeeper's houses, and I got you out. I made this money for you. And now we have the financial control and power and freedom, and we sign that huge deal with Amazon, and now we get to be big budget for movie stars because I made the billions off the book for me, VJ. That's why it's fair. Here we go. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. What you watch of this, Ivan? I'll probably watch The Chosen season 4, maybe 2 episodes of The Chosen, and I might watch a little bit of YouTube, then go to bed. Obviously, yeah, yeah. So Ivan, Tactius tells the noble, "Go now. You have my thanks, noble." Yeah, the noble traveled like tens of miles. It was about a day's journey to get to Xanus. And once he brings the gift, Tactius tells him to leave right away. Yeah, you have my thanks, noble. Go now. Get out of here. Lords don't like this Southerners, man. Yeah, they don't like this Southerners. It's actually funny. I'm saying, yeah. Why? I mean, you have to read the book to understand. You have to read Volume 3. That's why I'm going to show you Volume 3. Volume 3 won't answer all your questions. All your questions are going to answer in Volume 3, obviously. You even have a little bit of history about the line of kings and everything. Everything gets answered. That's why I'm not showing you Volume 3. I'm not supposed to for you. That's some Sarah. Yeah, I mean, what you showed us for Volume 3, it looks like the best volume and the darkest volume. Yeah, it's by far the darkest of the volumes, obviously. That's when it gets deep and dark. And arguably it is the best one, but you can also argue Volume 2 is better. It just depends on the art hits you, obviously. Like Volume 3, Volume 2, I'm giving you a heads up. It's less raw than Volume 3. And the flow of dialogue and scenes is better than on average in Volume 3. But Volume 3, the scenes are more cinematic. They blow your mind away more. So it's like a back and forth. My personal favorite is Volume 3, and Volume 2 is a very, very close second. And Volume 1 is the worst for me, but... Or you can argue they're all equally as good, right? Because all my volumes are amazing volumes. They're all amazingly good. Some fans might even like Volume 1 better. Yeah, I mean, I like the whole thing with the light behind the walls. I love that whole theme in Volume 1, yeah. Because Volume 1 is the most linear of the 3 volumes. Volume 2 is the least linear. Because you have different stories going on, right? Yeah. You have Queen Semiramis and Lithius and Baramis and Xanus. You have Tachys, Papyri, and Sirius when they meet the Salvadors and Sapphius. And you also have Cassius and Tacitonius' story. So there's 3 stories going on in Volume 2. Volume 3 is a bit more linear because now they're all in that, all those Salvadors and everything, and Cassius and Tacitonius are on that same journey with Tachys. So Volume 3 is more linear than Volume 2. Volume 2 is the one where you have the 3 stories going on. And Volume 1 is pretty linear too, is the light behind the walls and Xanus, but then when Tachys leaves the walls, that's when you get the 2 stories. You get 3 stories. Eratat, Tacitonius, and Cassius and their 50 men. You have Tachys, Papyri, and Sirius, obviously. So Volume 3, I believe, is the most linear of all 3 of the volumes, obviously. Yeah. Some Sarah? Why did Tachys lash out at Sirius and Papyri in that scene? He was just a poor old farmer because he wasn't himself, obviously. He missed his home Xanus, you know what I'm saying, and he's frustrated, obviously. That's why he took it out on Sirius and Papyri. And he has an obsession with Lithia, obviously. That's why that's why I was like, yeah, my princess, this Lithia girl has clouded your judgment, she's tainted your mind. Yeah, that's funny, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Tachys likes Lithia. Yeah, I'm gonna read the book, right? Yeah. I show you that scene again. Recent but Ivan, yes, I'm not showing you scenes. The scene when in the prologue when Takis is like, "Go now, you have my thanks, noble. Let no thief or imposter steal this sword. For it bears the weight of royal renown." That's what they wrote on Takis' sword, which ties into Takis or colonies, obviously, right? They think Takis is an imposter. Obviously, I won't spoil so for you. Your book is money. Yeah, Xanus is money, man. It's fucking money. It's a masterpiece, man. Yeah. Like, even though I made all that money off my book, what I'm really proud of is that I wrote a masterpiece. And, like, all the viewers got their monies, or all the readers got their monies, but I didn't rip the fans off, right? Yeah, Xanus is worth $80, guys. It's the best $80 you're going to spend in your life, man. It's the greatest fantasy literature ever written, man. In my opinion, anyways. But there's some millions of fans who might think Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones are better. I understand, but I mean, what you say, yeah. Show you this scene. No? Why is that popping up? There it is. God, your book reads like a movie. I know. It reads like a movie. And this is a prologue, which is like my worst. By far the worst. The worst what? I'll show you the scene when he's like, "No generation is like this when you're I'm now sick, I know." Yeah. This is the prologue, guys. My weakest chapter by far, right? Ivan, show us the Eritat scenes in the prologue. No. I won't spoil the story for you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna show that scene. I won't spoil the story for you. Yeah. Ivan, is the prologue really your worst? Yeah, the prologue is my worst chapter. Obviously. You can read this. These are all re-snippets, guys. Yeah. Read that. When you read this, you're going to be hooked too, guys. But it looks like a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. Keep reading. So, guys, seriously, man, have I let you down so far? I know you haven't. Yeah, I know. Xanus is a masterpiece, guys. It's money, man. You're just hooked for hours turning the page. Yeah. No generations like this one. That's why I agree with man. This is Breath of the Rings. I know because Breath of the Rings. It's a masterpiece, man. But it reads like a movie, I know. Like, who is this noble? You'll see what I mean when you read the book. I won't spoil the story for you. You have to read the book to understand, right? Yeah, I think I'll stop there. I'll stop there. You can read that. Yeah, please, Ivan, I love your book, I know. Please, yeah, Ivan, this is better than my Lord of the Rings. Oh, please, better than the Rings. I'll show you an animal scene in Landing Chaos, maybe. You want me to show the scene when they, or you want me to show the captured scene? The battle scene, Ivan? No, I don't want to spoil the story for you. Not the battle scene, when Acetonians and Xanus get captured. Or do you want the wolf scene in Landing Chaos? I don't know. Yeah. You guys already read the scene, right? Yeah, this is Landing Chaos, arguably my weakest chapter in the book. Yeah. This is right after the put it in writing scene. This is the beginning of that chapter. Remember the put it in writing scene that you guys read? Yeah, this is a scene right after that, as you guys see here, right? So when Aratat and the wolves find out they escaped. You know what I'm saying? You're Ivan, appears like Ivan. They sound like my Orcs of the Rings. I know they do, obviously. You read this, guys, and that's it. If you're not as satisfied with these scenes, guys, Landing Chaos was a chapter where I had writer's block, some writer's block, so that's why it's not as entertaining. But I try my best. I hope you guys are entertained by it, right? Read that. This is the wolf scene. Landing Chaos. Ivan, they sound like the Orcs of the Rings. I know they do, obviously. Keep reading. Ivan, in Barak they have rituals. Yeah, they do. Aratat has rituals. That's why you're looking at a masterpiece, man. Here's Ivan. They have rituals. Oh yeah, animal rituals. Because they're demons, obviously, right? They're demons, obviously. Yeah. You can read that. Ivan, you had Rise Block in this chapter? Yeah, I did, guys. This is argue my weakest chapter in volume 2. Or you can argue the capture one is the weakest one. It just depends on the art issue. I'd probably say capture is probably the weakest one. This is a bit better. Because you have the politics in both lands, right? Wait, let me sure I don't spoil for you. I have to be careful. So Aratat's evil, yeah, he is. He tells him to cut Bull's arm off. Whereas in the movie, I'll have him cut a part of Bull's finger. That way you have better fighting with him and John Boyega in the war, right? In the movie. Make a few changes, obviously, but I mean... Keep reading. You just... Yeah. So they just find out that Tacitonius and Cassius escaped. That's why Aratat punishes Bo, obviously, because Bo watches over the pit. He's a pit watcher, obviously. Yeah, let me just. Yeah. All right, your book is sick. Oh my, what's a masterpiece, man? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, keep reading. Keep reading. Is this the beginning? Yeah, this is the beginning of Landing Chaos, guys. I'll show you a bit more, and I thought I'm going to stop. I'll spoil stuff for you. Yeah, I'll stop here. This scene here. This is the beginning of the chapter, and I can show you a little bit of the Queen Sarah scene. No, I'm not going to show you the scene. That's good enough, right? Your book is sick. I don't know, what's a masterpiece, man? masterpiece, my book. That's why the gates want to control it, obviously. And enough with the snippets, guys. The re-snippets, I'm not showing you guys anymore. I think you guys get the picture of my book, right? My book's a masterpiece, and it's amazing. I know. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go upstairs and get my coffee. Already. Alright, so Takis doesn't like the noble. No, because the noble is a southern. That's why he's like, go now. You have my thanks, noble. And the noble left, obviously. Yeah, Ivan, it reads like a movie, I know. My book reads like a movie. It's a masterpiece, man. Yeah. Ivan, what you show us for Landing Chaos, that's like your weakest, arguably my weakest chapter in the whole book, yeah. It's not as interesting because it's just politics, right? Don't get me wrong, the politics is interesting, but I mean, it's just politics, that chapter in Xanus with Queen Sarah and Baramis and Maramis, the Captain Archers. We also have the politics going on in Barak. Aratat's like, prepare for Council Rak. Obviously. And Aratat talks about marking the lands, as you guys read, right? In the end, I showed you guys the beginning of this chapter in the end, too, when Aratat's like, we shall march to the land of Sake, saying, kill the humans. If you should see that prince, kill him on sight. Yeah. Obviously. Oh, your book is sick, I know. Peter's like, yeah, Ivan, your animal characters sound like my Orcs on the Rings. Yeah, they do, Peter. They sound like his Orcs on the Rings, right? They must have climbed onto the rocks and got out of here. And I was saying, oh, your book is sick. Oh, what's the Matthews man? Yeah. Yeah. Right, will you make changes to the movie? Yes, I will. For example, in the scene that you guys read with Tacitonius and Cassius escaping from the pit, Bo left the rope in the pit, but it was out of reach. Whereas in the movie, there is no rope in the pit. Obviously, a peaceful wind blows the rope into the pit. Because it's their fate to save Saphius from Eli's power in Saphius. Because Ivan, and there's a fate behind it. A peaceful wind blows the rope inside. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is you have the answer. I'm not supposed to work for you. Because Ivan, that's genius, Ivan. Yeah, we can make that change. That's better, Ivan. Yeah. Because Ivan, you're a genius. I know, Peter. This is one of the rings. I know he's one of the rings inside. He's Ivan, you're a genius. I know I'm a genius, honestly. Ivan, you think the world knew you wouldn't sell? Of course, man. You guys knew I wouldn't make this choice. That's why you said he has to pay for that, obviously. Yeah, there's no way after causing mess in Ivan's life, Ivan's gonna let him do like that, man. With gay and garbage VJ and shares of the world, he's not gonna accept that deal. Yeah, his father gave him the keys. He doesn't have to sell the gatekeepers. Yeah, the gatekeepers you out would make this choice. Are you fucking crazy? I'm not sharing with you guys. You guys are fucking crazy people, man. I don't want the garbage Victoria Justice, man. Yeah, you guys thought you can dupe me, but you're not gonna do, man. I'm not Superman. VJ's trash, guys. If I sell out, I get trash leftovers of Victoria Justice. I don't even get her ultimate level. I have to share. You can hang out with VJ for maybe 6 hours a day, and after that, you have to fuck people. There's a line all over the world forever. You have to fuck all these blazes people on the world. You guys are crazy people. You're messed like me. Yeah. Sarah? I'll eat my chicken nuggets later, guys. Yeah. 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 People tell me, yeah, Ivan, your wolf scenes will be highly entertaining because they're devils, Ivan. Whereby when the world sees them, they feel for you guys. Yeah, you have Erythimo like that. And Eratat's like, what? They escape? And he's like, take Bo and cut off a part of his fingers. And they have this ritual and everything, and then they pound the drums and everything, and they cut off Bo's fingers. In the movie, I'll have them cut off a part of his fingers, whereas in the book, they cut off his arm. I don't want Bo having one arm. You want better coordination with the fighting with Java Agar for the war. Have them cut off a part of his finger as punishment. Obviously, and I'll be adding stuff in that scene to make more interesting. Obviously, I'm not following things to word. No, I'm gonna be adding something to make more interesting. Obviously, right? Yeah. They climbed onto the rocks. They got out of here. I'll say, oh, your book is sick. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Your book is sick, man. I know, John. Book is sick. I'm saying it's a masterpiece. My book. Amazing story. Yeah, people tell me, yeah, even like all your scenes, you're looking at like very entertaining scenes, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like they find out they escaped, and all of Barack, all the Devil Wolves find out they escaped. Yeah. Obviously. John May and Jimons who escaped from all these devils, man, who live in Barack and they're demons like that. Yeah, Peter's like, oh, I mean, looking at our master, man, this is better than Lord of the Rings. I hope he's better than the Rings. And they punished Bo because the two prisoners escaped, right? Yeah, that's why Erytat was first, obviously. Because he trusted Bo to watch them and then they escaped from his grasp, obviously. But there's a whole deeper meaning behind Tacitonius and Cassius escaping because the fate of Tachys was at stake in Saphius. Had they not shown up, Tachys would be in chains, man. Eli never would have freed him, and he could have been put to death. As thieves, robbers, and imposters in Saphius law can be put to death, obviously. You're not allowed to steal from Eli. And Tachys and them did steal from Eli. They made a mistake, obviously. He was like, yeah, Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece, man. Yeah, because Ivan, the fate of the ancestors. I'm like, yeah, the fate of the ancestors. That's why the wind blows the rope inside the pit, and they're able to escape in the movie. But in the book, that does not happen, as you guys read. They're able to grab hold of the rope out of reach and escape out of there. But in the movie, I'm going to make that change to make it better. Because Ivan, you're a genius, man. I know you're a genius. Ivan, this is where all it is. Nobody's around the ring. That's a masterpiece about that. Amen. It's a masterpiece. Some Sarah. Yeah. Ivan, you had writer's block in Land and Chaos. Yeah, I did. Because I'm a genius, it's still an entertaining chapter. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's still entertaining enough to keep you hooked. As the scene that you guys read today, Bo cut off his arms, that's the scene right after the put it in writing scene. Obviously. Remember that scene I showed you with Queen Sarah? Put it in writing. A notoriety. Yeah, that's the scene right after that. Even though it's my weaker chapter, guys, are you still entertained? Yeah, I was entertained. Yeah, you're still hooked reading, turning the page, man. So this is a masterpiece, man. That's one of my weakest chapters, guys. Yeah, man, this is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, man. Xanus. Xanus is a masterpiece. That's why the families want to control it, Ivan. Because they're greedy, man. Greedy pigs. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, is there a name? Is there a special name for the ancestors? Yes, there is. You'll see what I mean when we look. I won't spoil stuff for you, obviously. Yeah, it's a Latin word I use. A Latin and Greek word, I think. I use for the ancestors. I won't spoil stuff. You'll see what I mean when we look. Yeah. Yeah. Are there any wizards in your book? No, but the power, the magic in my book is kind of like Gandalf and all that stuff in Lord of the Rings when you read it. I'm not supposed to for you. So there's no wizards, but I mean, in a way, there kind of is, right? Like the powers and everything, and the magic system is kind of like the Witch King of Agma and like Gandalf and Lord of the Rings. I'm not supposed to for you. Sooner or later, book, I'm not supposed to for you. Volume 3. That's why I'm not showing Volume 3. Does your book have magic systems, Ivan? Yes, it does. It does. When you read Volume 3, it does, obviously. You'll see what I mean. I'm not supposed to for you. Yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. Almost done. I'll be done my book in like 3 days. 4 days I'll be done going over Volume 3, guys. And I'll be going over some sections of Volume 1 and 2 and polishing up a few things. And I'm done. I just gotta save my money, get it proofread, design my cover for my book. I'm gonna have to design my map too. Obviously. And my chart for the line of kings too. I'm gonna have them design that too. My book's ready, so I'll enjoy myself for a few years. And I'm gonna let the families know, obviously. Yeah. That's Ivan's journey to becoming king, obviously, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was saying this would be the greatest fans I've ever written, guys. It was, guys. It was Rob, guys, for the show. Sorry, man. I was like, oh, peace. Don't hate him.